Yeah, man. Welcome to FPL Wagwan. I said there, it's the wrap up. We're going to be going over all the games in game week 1. So let's get into it. The week 1 start off with Liverpool versus Bournemouth, 4-2 game. Very interesting game right there. We're going to talk about it when we get to that score. 5 players for Liverpool that performed very well. And we're going to talk about those 5 players right there. Ekatike was able to get the goal, was able to get a goal and an assist. 11 points. He was able to set up an assist, get an assist for Guapo to get that goal. And McAllister was the one that was able to set up Ekatike with the goal. At this point in the game, it was 2-0. And I mean, I'm thinking, oh, Liverpool is just going to walk through Bournemouth. They're just going to walk through them. But no. I mean, Bournemouth was able to make a shocker comeback. Simeon was able to score 2 goals, getting 15 points. So it's 2-2 at this point. I'm like, yo, what's going to happen? But Liverpool, being Liverpool, making the substitution, bringing on Chias, he's scoring the goal, making it 3-2. I'm like, wow, this is a very interesting game right here. You know what I mean? Late into the game, 80 minutes into the game, I'm thinking Salah is not going to get no points. I'm like, wow, I'm happy about that because I don't got Salah on my team, but we're going to talk about my team later. But like I said, it was 3-2 at this point. I don't think Salah was going to score. I didn't think Salah was going to score. But Salah being Salah, you know what I mean? Salah had to score. But I know why Salah was struggling to the game. The defender on the right side of Salah, Pong, was playing him very bad. He was pushing Salah into the box, which was very crowded, and Salah couldn't get the ball in the open spot to dribble in. You see once Pong get off, got substitute off, Salah was able to find some open spot and was able to get his goal. With Salah, is the gift and the curse. The gift, he's going to give you points. The curse, he's 14.5. And those are the 5 players for Liverpool that stuck out very well. Guapo, McAllister, Salah, Chias, and Ekatike. And the one player that stuck out for Bournemouth was Simeon, getting 15 points, striker. So let's get into the next game. The next game was Aston Villa versus Newcastle. That much to talk about, but I do think some players performed very well from each team. Watkins performed very well. I think if you stick with him, he's going to give you some goal because he did perform very well in that game. In the Newcastle game now, any defender from Newcastle would be a great place to shot. They performed very well. Elanga performed very well. He put some ball into the box. He was unlucky not to get a goal. I think if Isaac was there, he would have probably got a goal and an assist because he was able to the ball that he was crossing into the box was beautiful. And he was hard for him to find Gordon because Gordon is not a center forward. But I think once they get a striker, they would get things sorted out, and Newcastle would be a great place to shot for some players. Next, it was Brighton O'Alvin versus Fulham. This game right here, only 1-1. But we're going to talk about it. O'Reilly was able to get that goal. It was a penalty kick he was able to score from Gerino, was able to give him that assist. He got fouled into the box. You know what I mean? And these are the 3 players from Brighton O'Alvin that stuck out very well to me. O'Reilly, Gerino, and De Kuyper. Yeah, De Kuyper is the defender. Even though he only got 2 points, he was the one that was taking a free kick for the team. So I think anything could have changed for him. It was a late goal into this game. Very late goal in this game. It was like late into the 90 minutes. Mueller was able to get that goal from the corner kick that Wilson was able to put into the box. And that's how they was able to score that goal. Very late goal. Ilobi, even though he got 2 points, he was performing very well in that game. He was scoring some nice ball into the box. Next, it was Tottenham versus Burnley. Burnley didn't play well in that game. They struggled in that game. Tottenham came out. 5 players for Tottenham that performed very well. You know what I mean? You got Johnson with a goal. You got Sarr with an assist. And you're getting 6 points. You got Kudas with 2 assists right there, getting 10 points. And you got Richarlison, the big man right there, you know what I mean? Stepped up, got the 2 goals, great bicycle at the goal that they scored. And with a clean sheet, you always got the goalkeeper in there as a top performer, getting 8 points. And those are the 5 players for Tottenham that I think that performed very well. Johnson, Richarlison, Kudas, the goalkeeper, and Sarr. Next game we're going to talk about is Sunderland versus West Ham. A shocker to me. I did not think West Ham was going to perform perform this bad. But you could say, because when they talk about my team, I'm going to talk about it. But look, for that game, Sunderland ended up having 7 players that performed well. 7 players that perform very well. So it looked like Sunderland is a great place to shop. You know what I mean? A defender giving you 17 points, a goal right there, another goal right there. So, and these are the players that was able to assist in that game. You know what I mean? So it's like Sunderland looked like a great place to buy. You know what I mean? A very great place to buy. The 7 players that you could shop to pick up. You know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 7. Look at that. 7 players from Sunderland if you would like to go there and shop to strengthen your team. Now we got Manchester City. You know what I mean? Manchester City beat up on Wolves, man. But Wolves did play well in that game, even though the score make it look like there's something different. You know what I mean? Cherokee was able to score that last goal in that game. Bob was able to perform a nice assist in that game. Lewis in that game was able to perform a nice assist in that game. 11 points from a defender. Looked like Rangers. Like, I just love this guy when he after his celebration after he scored a goal. It's like, what if? What have I done? What more can I do? It's like a what if celebration to me, man. It's crazy. Was able to get 10 points in that game, man. The way he set up Allen for that goal, for that second goal, and Allen was able to run into the box and score that goal, beautiful, man. Like I said, Allen is like Salah, man. A gift and a curse. The gift, he's going to give you the points. The curse, he's 14.0. 6 players right there for City that performed very well. And I mean, Allen, Cherokee, Lewis, Bob, the goalkeeper, Tafford, and Reinders. This game right here is not much to talk about. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. And I mean, we could talk about it, but it's not that much. 0-0. So let's get away from that game. Next, it was Forest versus Brentford. There's 4 players for Forest that stuck out very well in that game. Gibbs White was able to get an assist in that game. Anderson was able to get an assist in that game. You know what I mean? Nawabi was able to score a goal. And the big man, Woods got 2 goals in that game, man. 2 goals in that game, man. That's why I said these are the 4 players that performed very well for Forest. You know what I mean? Woods, Gibbs White, Nawabi, and Anderson. And the one player that performed very well for Brentford was a striker. Thiago was able to get that late goal into the game. For Arsenal versus Manchester United. Now, I mean, Manchester United did perform very well. You know what I mean? Unlucky not to score because a couple ball came off the post. But Arsenal was able to come away with the win. And there's 3 players for Arsenal that stuck up very well. Rice was able to put a corner kick in, get the 6 points. Calafior was able just to tap it in with his header and 13 points. And with a clean sheet, like I said, you always got to put the goalkeeper in the mix. The goalkeeper Raya and getting 10 points. Next, it's Leeds versus Everton. Not too much to talk about, but we're going to talk about because it was the penalty kick that decided this game right here. You know what I mean? And those are the 4 players for Leeds that was able to perform to get the game. And like I said, that's the end of it right there, you know what I mean? So, this is Wagwan FPL, you know what I mean? Thanks you guys for watching. It's the wrap up. I would hope for you guys to tune in a couple days. I want to say Wednesday, I'm going to make another video. I'm going to make another video of the matchup taken. So, like, we could see that Leeds is going against Arsenal. We're going to match up Leeds versus Arsenal. Leeds got 3 players and Arsenal got Arsenal got 3 players and Leeds got 4 players that stepped out. So we're going to match up those teams to see which teams is going to come out victorious that day, and going over maybe some people want to use their wild card to see which player they want to substitute in. And like I said, this is FPL Wagwan, and that is it. Thank you guys for watching.